What's up everybody, it's Friday night, I'm your host Craig, this is the Late Night Agenda and you are very welcome along to the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. I hope you're all keeping very well. The weekend has officially started. I know the Reds aren't playing till Monday, but I'm going to try and get you through the weekend. You can watch some other football. I know it's not really Liverpool, but you can watch it anyway. There's a rumour going around, guys, that this is take two, that I fucked up the first one and this is the second one. I can't confirm nor deny these rumours, but do you know what, we'll give it a bash again this time. Connor's trying to tell people that I used the wrong OBS image. I never make mistakes, everybody knows that by now. If anything goes wrong, it's Connor's fault. But we're back. We'll say hello to everybody again. Anthony, Michael, Luke, the Revenite, Jaden, Liz, Andreas, Will, Anthony Peters, Alex. How are we, guys? I hope you're all keeping well. Remember, if anything goes wrong, blame Connor. That's the rule on here. That's the official Anfield Agenda line on these things. So anything goes wrong, it's Connor's fault. How are we, guys? I hope you're all enjoying the weekend. I know it's only started, but I know a lot of you people work very hard Monday to Friday and kick back and enjoy the weekends. Get Connor to space camp, said Jose. He's on his way, buddy. He's on his way. And look, the big story we will get to, of course, the massive story, the story that has rocked Liverpool Football Club to its foundations, is that Markovic has left the club. First, these bastards sold COUTINHO from under us. Now, it's Markovic. And we've had to make do with losing Raggy as well. I mean, we've nobody left. There's just nobody left. Markovic. In seriousness though, he's gone. Thank God. He's gone. No more Markovic. He's gone. We can't even give Connor the credit for this one. Look, we'll talk about Markovic. We'll talk about the injury crisis, which is worsening a little bit in some situations. We'll talk about the quietest transfer window I can remember in a long time. We'll look ahead to the game against West Ham. And we'll have a bit of fun along the way as well. Markovic to save Fulham from relegation. Imagine if that was what you were pinning your fucking hopes on. Honest to God. Markovic and Ryan Babel to save you from relegation. That is what we call rolling the dice, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Mossy said, hello Craig, what's the crack? It's 90, mate. The crack is 90. More cash for the summer, said Liz Golden. Not too much. You're going to hear a couple of things. Some people like Sky Sports will tell you that he went for free. Other people will tell you that it's worth 1.7 million to the football club. Small fry in terms of football, but you know what? 1.7 million is 1.7 million. We'll get into it in a couple of minutes. I want to read out a few more of your comments. I've got a little bit of a schedule to get through, but as always, guys, this is your show. You let me know what you want to talk about and we'll go from there. Do you think Klein going on loan was a bad thing? Said Mark Roden. Yes, Mark, I do. I sincerely do, mate. I mean, what harm could keeping him have done? I don't understand it. I hear Klopp saying that the guy wanted to play football, and you never want to knock a footballer for wanting to go and play football, but I don't know, mate. I mean, being selfish, we could have done with him, couldn't we? In this situation, especially. Jordan Henderson did fine, don't get me wrong. I think he did very well, a right wing back, but yeah, I think Klein could have done the job. Louis is in as well. How are we, Mr. Bebb? How much did we sell him for and who to? He went to Fulham, and he went for somewhere between 3 and 1.7 million. Depends what you want. Charlene's not well today, been sleeping a lot. I've had those days myself. I have had those days, but take care, Charlene. Look after yourself. Craig, you're the best YouTuber ever. I wish I was, mate. I wish I was getting that. What is his name again? I keep calling him Tweety Pie. Is that his name? Tweety Pie, PewDiePie, Tweety Pie. I don't know what his fucking name is. That Swedish gentleman, the one that literally is making it rain fiddies. I wish I was as good as him, mate. But you know what? I'm having a bit of fun, and that's what it's all about. Why loan out Klein? Klopp said that he wanted to go and play football. It seems a lot of people seem to think there might be a bit more to it than that, and we'd be speculating if we were to say what it might be, so we'll have to take the manager at his word. 34 games in 5 years, 20 million. Yeah, recessionizer, I get you. Let's have a little chat about Mr. Markovic, because I thought I got a few little bits and pieces here for this one. So we'll have a start tonight's stream with a segment that I like to call Lazar, we hardly knew ye. So we should have known that Lazar was going to be a failure when he started taking the piss out of us from day one at the club. I mean, the motherfucker decided to mock us from the very first day he came here. He chose his squad number to reflect the amount of Benjamins he was going to be getting every week. Stuck 50 on the back of his shirt just to take the piss out of us fans to let us know how much he was taking home every week for doing fuck all. Why choose the number 50? Why? Because you're getting 50 grand a week and you wanted to do that to us? I know that wasn't really it, but it's fun to mock him for that one. The only thing that The only thing I ever liked about Lazar Markovic was a beautiful head of hair. And you guys know I'm a sucker for a head of hair. I mean, look at me. Follically challenged as I am, I'm a sucker for a head of hair, and that boy has one mighty head of hair. So if there's one thing we can remember Lazar Markovic for, it's that he always had that beautiful head of brown hair. Thankfully now we have a goalkeeper with a marvellous beard, so that will more than replace him. But other than that, I've struggled to think of anything positive to say about Lazar Markovic, the man that has even bushier eyebrows than me. I mean, that's an accomplishment in itself. Lazar was our leader, said Stephen Richards. Love your channel, said Romeo. Great to see it grow, mate. It only grows because of wonderful people like yourself that come in and watch, so thank you. You gonna watch Ireland versus England? Yes, I will, Andreas, of course. Anytime Ireland play England in anything, it could be fucking tiddlywinks and I'd have a watch of it. Under 23 bottle boy. I mean, he's gone, and he's gone. That's all there is to say. I mean, the club took away COUTINHO, they took away Rai, they took away Lazar Markovic. Three of the best the club's ever seen. We'll have to make do now with Mo. We'll have to make do with Salah. We'll have to make do with, well, he is Mo. We'll have to make do with Firmino, Mane. It'll do. We'll be alright. We'll be 8. Craig, hope you had a good day. Can I ask you a question about a disgusting view I've seen on autism in my opinion? Go ahead, mate. If I can answer it, I will. You had a head of hair like me, like one of the French girls. It didn't matter. We have Lovren, the best player in the world. Well, to be fair, Anthony, I have to pull you up on that, mate. He's only the best defender in the world, and he'd openly say that himself. Craig, serious question. Are you concerned we haven't performed to our best since the Arsenal game? No, Owen, I'm not. I'm only concerned about points, buddy. That's all I really give a shit about at this moment in time. Yeah, it'd be great to see us play well. But the Leicester game, I've watched it back. I've thought about it long and hard. And I do think that the pitch had something to do with it. And look, I'm not using the pitch as an excuse for the draw, because both teams had to play in the same pitch. I just think it stopped us from playing how we wanted to play. You could see how we wanted to set off. The first few minutes we came out pretty quick. I just think we didn't settle well enough. But no, I'm not too concerned, buddy. I'm expecting us to go and win on Monday and win fairly easily at West Ham. We're undefeated since Markovic left. No coincidence, said Alpha G. There you go. 100% record since Markovic left. Markovic couldn't get from one end of the pitch to the other without falling over from tiredness. I remember speaking to some people who watched him training before, and they just said it's pathetic. It's pathetic. He did a carpool karaoke with Lovren, which is true, Recessionizer. You need to stop selling your best players, said Leicester City Football Club boy. Mate, we're a selling club. I'm sorry, yeah. Selling them, they're all gone. Markovic, Ragnar, they're all gone now. It's just terrible. 118's gone up to fucking Hibernian on loan as well. I'm convinced anybody with long hair they're trying to get rid of. So, Van Dijk, watch out, you could be next. How's the weather in Ireland? Freezing. And I mean really, really cold. I mean not Canada cold or Sweden cold, but it's pretty cold. I'm Irish, but we need to get better. Awful at the minute. If you're talking about rugby, mate, which is what we're talking about here with regards to Ireland, England, if that's why you're pointing out the Irish part, then couldn't be further from the truth. But yeah, we're pretty damn good. I mean, we're ranked second in the world, but a lot of people are calling us the best team in the world because we beat New Zealand recently. But look, either way, anytime Ireland play England, it's an event. Face reveal at 10k subs. Reveal what? What face? You've lost me, Danny. I'm not sure what face you're wanting us to reveal. Oh, if it's Connor. Connor's always on here, mate. I mean, did you not see him? I know you're mates with him. You know what he looks like. Should we really inflict that on the world? Surprised Barca didn't loan him. They tried, but they couldn't quite come up to 100 million that would have been needed. Crosby Red is in the house. How are we? Juve will go for Van Dijk and they'll be told to go and fuck themselves when they come for Van Dijk. And I'll be top of the queue telling them to go fuck themselves. Even the Reds, can we have a minute's silence to think fondly about Markovic and what we'll do without him? Let's all bow our heads for a moment. I mean, I would pour some out from a dead homie, but I don't really want to clean it up on the ground afterwards. And I don't think Lazar Markovic is worth me wasting a drop of diet chav, do you? But let's have a couple of seconds to reflect on his best bits. Right, I think that's long enough now. I think we've paid him enough lip service. He's fucking. We've done more for him than he's done for us at this point. Well, let's move on. We put Lazar to bed. I'm gonna leave the picture there though because I think it's probably the most useful he's been to the football club there when he was holding up that wall. What do you call it? That man that he's used in walls to practice free kicks. Yeah, it's probably the most he's done for the club. Right, what have you got? Basically, the person on Twitter said a dairy-free diet can improve autism. That's just someone being a dickhead, and I mean, it's just someone being very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Well, ignorant is definitely the word, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't call them mocking it. I would just say it's somebody that's got the facts wrong. I mean, we don't always have to try and take offence by everything. That's something that I'm very thick-skinned. It takes a lot to offend me, so I wouldn't find that offensive, mate. I would just find it embarrassing for that person that they're that naive or dumb that they believe that might actually be true. I'm from Kerry. Where are you? I'm here, mate. Here, right here. Live. Here. No, I'm in Wexford, buddy. Ireland ranked 1 now, I think. Nay, they're ranked 2, buddy. From what last I heard yesterday, they were ranked 2 anyway. Craig might have tentacles. For all we know. That's true, yeah. I could be like a fucking mermaid here. Be flopping around fishy legs on me. 10 boxes of diet chav and a crate of curly whirlies on the way from Fulham. Bargain, said Steve. Do you think Markovic leaving today will affect his chances of the Ballon d'Or this season? That's a fair question, Kev. You'd hope not. You'd hope not. Now, Fulham not being in European football might be tough for him, but I mean, the way he's performed, it would be tough for anybody to take it away from him. Craig, there's a footballer called Phil O'Donnell who passed away in 2007, and the Hamilton Academical fans who are rivals with said, "Go die with your captain." Mate, unfortunately, the world's full of dickheads, and these fuckers, they just need to go bury their heads in the sand. I mean, I don't get it. Why be so horrible? Why be such a horrible person? Martin Atkinson is actually stupid. No argument here. No argument here whatsoever. I mean, if you watch the watch along back, I probably spent a good 5 or 10 minutes screaming abuse at Martin Atkinson during that game. You should get Diet Chav to sponsor you. That's the dream, Origi, mate. That is definitely the dream. Look, I feel like we've had enough of Lazar now. Let's push on and try and be a little bit productive. How are we feeling about the weekend? So there's 3 games that kind of affect Liverpool, I suppose. Firstly, Spurs playing at home early tomorrow. Then we've got Manchester City playing at home against Arsenal on Sunday. And then, of course, the Reds in action against West Ham on Monday. Are we expecting anybody to drop points? Because I amn't, personally. Although, look, I didn't expect them to drop points against Newcastle. But because it's a better side, I should say, or technically a better side, or a higher place side in the league, I'm expecting Manchester City to show up. I was on about football. I was shite in football, Michael. I'm with you on that one. Absolute shite. Craig, who's the bell end that signed Markovic? Connor was telling me before the stream that he'd heard that it was down to Mitrovic. That Mitrovic was pushing to have him brought there. Now, as I said, if you're pinning your relegation hopes or lack of relegation hopes on Lazar Markovic and Ryan Babel, you're up shit creek, and I'm not sure if you got a paddle or not. How much did Fulham pay? Bagatato and a Fredo? Around about. I mean, we're not too far away. Liverpool need a number 10 to replace Coutinho. LFC should pay for Isco's dry cleaning for a year in his apartment and put his kids in a private school. Works for me. Works for me, mate. Craig's not bald. He just has one of them woman's socks covered on his head. You're letting the secrets out now, Alpha G. When I come off here and I take this ball cap off every night, I'm like Virgil van Dijk. I've got free flowing locks. They're beautiful. You should see them. Magnificent. Keep up the fantastic creams. Creams? I'm creaming on here. That sounds a bit too sexual, actually. Let's move on past that one. Thank you, Ant, for saying keep up the fantastic streams. Can I string a sentence together? I'm always having to go with trolls for being idiots, but here's me speaking and I can't even get a sentence out. Pogba deserves the Ballon d'Or for playing well against Bournemouth, Cardiff and Huddersfield. I mean, you would actually find a United fan that would probably give you an argument as to why he does. Shows how desperate Fulham are if they want Markovic, but thank you for taking him. He's gone. Thank God he's gone. Bogdan's gone, never to return again. The The deadest of the dead wood is finally being moved on. Are you angry with the Markovic transfer? Yeah, I'm devastated. Absolutely devastated. Have you heard about Emiliano Sala? Not. I heard that they found some debris and that they were going to start another search the weekend. That's all I've heard. Remember when Ireland played England in Croke Park for the first time? They literally had to change the laws to allow foreign sport to play in the hallowed turf. It was emotional. The players were crying. I remember that well. The players were crying, and there was absolutely no way that they were ever going to not win that game. No way. They would have died before they didn't win that game. They wanted it so badly. It was a big day for our country. I think that was a turning point in our country. I think it was when we put that stuff to bed. It was when we not grown up. That's not the right thing to say, but we were very dignified, I feel, in the way that was approached. I'd love Isco and Timo Werner next summer. That would be pretty damn nice. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind both of those, to be fair. Man City will not beat Arsenal, Everton and Chelsea. No way. On that, do you know what? I've taken some time and I went through today and I went through all the remaining games and I went through how many points I think both of us are going to get. But I also went through and I spent a little time today looking at the title race and the games that both sides have left. Our average points total per game, if we continue to do it for the rest of the season, would see us finish with 96.5 points. So what I've done there basically is I've just divided the number of games we played into the number of points, got an average points per game, and then multiplied it by the games that we have left and added it to our points total. So as I said, that would see us finish with 96.58 points if we continued on in that vein of form. Manchester City, by using the same method, would finish on 88.6 points. So basically 88 points, maybe 89 even. So 6 or 7 points in the difference. But when I went through game by game and had a guess at each team's fixtures and try and figure, like, say, oh, we'll win this, lose this, blah, blah, blah. The points totals I came to at the end were Liverpool having 95 points and Manchester City having 94 points. And let me tell you how I came to those. I was very, very, very generous when it came to Manchester City's fixtures. I gave them 13 wins and 1 draw at Old Trafford. And that was me with the height of generosity. For Liverpool, I had us dropping 6 points with 3 draws. And that left us on 95 points. And Manchester City on 94. And that's them winning 13 games and drawing 1. So every which way I looked at this, even allowing for a little fuck up or a little blip, I'm very, very confident. I'm very, very confident. As I said, if you go on the points already gained, which is easy to do, it's easy for me to just twist this to look in our favour, but we would finish the season with a 6, 7, 8 point gap over Manchester City. I just can't see a way we're going to fuck this one up, guys. It's just my opinion, and of course, anything is possible. Games aren't won on paper. Games are won on a football field. Much like nobody thought Newcastle were going to beat Manchester City, nobody thought that Crystal Palace would do it. But I'm very confident. I am really fucking confident, which is why all along I have never bought into this negativity. I just never bought into it. Guys, there was something you missed on yesterday's stream, by the way, and I was hoping one of you would cop onto it, but nobody did. I put a little something in the chat, the scrolling text that goes below the image yesterday, and it's no good looking down there now because it ain't there. But I put one in yesterday's stream and nobody noticed it. And it basically said, negative people are 76% more likely to grow a third nipple. And nobody pulled me up on it. It just goes to show you can probably get away with anything. Nobody pulled me up on that one yesterday. I'd even forgotten about it. I did it so early on in the day I'd forgotten about it until Connor reminded me. October said, I've tomorrow off work and I can't wait to watch and do nothing but footy this weekend. Hello Craig, said Martin, how are you, mate? I feel confident we'll beat West Ham. So do I, Charlene. Very confident indeed. Guys, as you can see, our subscriber numbers are absolutely flying at the minute. We're up there now at 7,830 odd subscribers, which is brilliant. We're only 170 away from hitting 8,000. So if you're watching this stream, if you're watching this on playback, or if you're watching it live right now, if you could do us a massive favour and hit that subscribe button, and then turn on the notifications as well, because then you'll get a little email every time we go live, or a little ping on your phone to let you know we're live. We're live every single night basically at about 10 or 10:15. We do match watch alongs of every Liverpool game, and I'm going to start making some new short content for you guys as well. I'm thinking of doing it, not daily, but I'm thinking of doing a blog slash podcast where it's just me, and putting it up in small segments of between 5 and 15 minutes. And I'm going to start doing small bite-sized content for you as well. I've started setting things up down in my living room so I can record down there. I just want to get more content out there because I'm aware that whilst we come on every night and stream, people haven't got the time to sit back and watch an hour and a half's worth of a stream. So some people want to catch up in smaller little bite-sized pieces, and I think I'm going to try and do that to help those people out as well, with little bursts of news, my opinion, and a few other bits and pieces that I see when I'm reading the news. So hope that works out well. I hope people enjoy it. Don't hold me down to when I'm going to start it because I can't give you a guarantee on when, but you'll see it, it'll pop up. And as I said, if you've turned on them notifications, then every time we post something new up, you'll get a little ping on your phone and you can go and have a look if time allows. City will drop points, said Anthony. Damn right. How are Spurs only 7 points behind? That's mad. It's a little bit crazy, isn't it? But what I find funny is that Sky Sports are having Spurs in the title race, and the way they have them in the title race is by reminding everyone that they're only 2 points behind Manchester City. I've yet to really hear them go on about the fact they're 7 points behind us. It seems like you're in the title race if you're anywhere close to Manchester City, but let's just forget about the fact that they're already 5 points behind us. That doesn't seem to matter. What have we got? There was another comment there about City's results. Let me scroll back up. Jesus, where is it gone? Luke, thank you very much, pal, for the super chat. Really kind of you, but where the hell is this comment gone? Yeah, no, I've lost it. I feel sad now. Mitrovic wanted Lazar to get Fulham relegated so he can move to a big club. I don't know, I think he likes it. I think he likes it at Fulham, to be fair. We clear Lazar, United clear Fellaini, Chelsea clear Morata. This window has been about clearing out Deadwood. I did link the two in my head, Malone, I'm not going to lie. I thought, we've got out Lazar and United have got out Fellaini. So yeah, that did cross my thought process. Oh yeah, Connor's put a link in there. People always ask us about merchandise and stuff like that, and I always fucking forget that we actually have any. So Connor has put a link in there, you can probably see it, to the Diet Chav t-shirts that we have. And I've got one myself, I just never wear it. It's hanging in my wardrobe there. So if anybody wants to get themselves a Diet Chav t-shirt or anything, click on the link. Now, what I have to say is, I'm not sure what link Connor has put in there, but if you're ever on Redbubble and you see t-shirts that are ridiculously priced, there's always different levels of t-shirts or different blends of cotton. And if you're like me, I always go for the fucking cheapest one. I think the cheapest ones are about, memory serves, now it varies from country to country, I think they're about 18 quid, 17, 18 quid, something like that. We've got Salah, do 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 do, oh Mane Mane, do 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 do. Oh fuck him, I'm better than him, and I should have done that video. I should have done it. I'm Cork's biggest Liverpool fanboy. Didn't Bogdan leave? He did. He went to Hibernian, my friend. He went there on loan, but his contract runs out at the end of the season, so adios 118 118. That's what I call Bogdan, by the way, because he looks like the dude with the headband around his head. Where else are we good? Would you play Hendo right back again? I wouldn't be my first choice, Chris, but I don't think he did anything particularly wrong in the position. Actually, do you know what? I think he did quite well for someone who'd never played there. But it definitely wouldn't be my first choice. I would play Milner there ahead of him. Markovic finally gone, Craig. Thoughts? I'm sad. Another legend out. It is tough. It is tough. But we are where we are. Do you rate Lallana and Hendo? Henderson, yes, but I probably wouldn't have him in my starting 11 if I'm being completely honest, if everybody was fit. Lallana, I feel, I said I would have moved him on in the summer. I think age and injuries might be catching up with him a little bit. I did rate him. I think he's had a very good career and he's a very skilled footballer, and I'm not going to slag the guy off, but I would move him on. Lukaku to Everton in the summer, 40 million, that would be some fucking letdown, wouldn't it? Selling him for 80 and then buying him back for 40, that would be just some move for him. How many points are we on right now? 61? 61? I want to say 61. I think it's 61. Craig, always -2 when you predict points to avoid bias. I actually did that, Alpha G. That's where I got to 95. I was on 97 and I dropped the 2 points to get us to 95. I would be happy with 96 points. That would be special, said Charlene. It would be nice. It would be nice. I'm not going to lie, it would. I'd rather 101, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. Oh, Tony's after having a 4-in-1. You greedy bastard. Hope it didn't make you hungry. No, mate. You enjoy, though. I hope you enjoyed your 4-in-1. And chicken tenders, though. I mean, come on, Tony. And chicken tenders. They're not chicken in the 4-in-1. We'll win the league with 101 points. That would be... Mwah! That would be beautiful. Yeah, we did get rid of Markovic, Claire. He's gone to Fulham. The stories are real. The myth, the legend, the man. He's gone. Vidal Sassoon is crying right now. But Lazar Markovic has indeed gone to Fulham. Technically, it's a loan for 6 months, but it's the end of Liverpool career, that's for sure. You've defo got a third nipple, Inse. Inse? I've got a third nipple. I've probably got a fourth somewhere as well. Maybe even a fifth. Are you going to watch the Super Bowl? Yes, I will. Just because it's the Super Bowl and it deserves to be watched, I think, to be fair. We should be the side who can't even beat a team bottom of League One. It doesn't work like that, though. That's not really the way football works. City would lose to Arsenal or could lose to Arsenal, Aidan. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Big Fellaini went to China. I know. God bless him. 35 million over 3 years in wages after tax. Connor must be going through all the emotions tonight. He's pulling out the oldest live stream on our channel. Yeah, it's a long time ago. Sometimes I like to go back and look at the oldest streams as well, just to see how far we've come. That's great to see. Pity about Lallana. Always liked his flair when he arrived. Remember that crazy Norwich game. He's still here, Martin. He's still here. He's still got to have a couple of moments or a couple of things to do this season, yeah. I just want us to win the league. I don't care about points. I'm with you, got cool. I get you, mate. I'm just trying to calm people down. I've read nothing but negativity on Twitter and from other people over the past couple of days when we've been sent screenshots. I'm trying to stay off social media, truth be told. Other than being on here talking to you wonderful people, I'm not really active on social media. But I'm sick of negativity. I'm sick of the media trying to big this up onto us maybe capitulating. I'm sick of listening to fucking Gary Neville shiting on about how Liverpool don't know how a league title campaign works or how a run-in works and we don't know how to deal with the pressure, yada yada. Fuck off! It's not rocket science. These are professional footballers. They need to go out there every single week and win their games. Or get as close to winning the games as they can. Pressure comes from the outside. These are professional athletes. These have access to psychologists, sports psychologists, people to talk them through these pressured situations. They've got James Milner there. They've got Virgil van Dijk there. They've got experienced people there. They've got Jordan Henderson there, who was there 13-14 when it didn't work out. They've got Jurgen Klopp there, a man who has guided Borussia Dortmund past the behemoth that was Bayern Munich to win the Bundesliga. These are no fools. So when I hear people talking about Liverpool possibly capitulating, I keep reminding everybody, there is one fucking team capitulating here, and their name are Manchester City. They're the ones that have lost 3 games in the past 3 or 4 weeks. Not Liverpool. People need to remember this. All the omens, all the stats, everything is leaning in our favour. Liverpool are absolutely sound, and all the naysayers can keep their negative comments to themselves. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I understand Sky and all these people, they have to, they can't have dead air. They have to have drama. They have to have things for people to click and watch. But I'm fucking sick of it. And Jamie Carragher's starting to do my head in as well. Jamie Carragher's starting to get on this negativity bus and he can fuck right off as well. We need people to be batting our corner. And we need people to be standing ground and actually bigging up Liverpool. And saying that Liverpool Football Club are a massive fucking football club. Liverpool Football Club exist to win trophies. Liverpool Football Club have won the league 18 times. We've won 5 European Cups. Liverpool Football Club know what it takes to win. People need to realise this. Winning is in the fucking DNA. It's in the ground, it's in the pitch, it's in the supporters that are on the cop. They understand what it takes to win. Those people have seen things that most other football fans could only dream of. So people that think Liverpool Football Club are this bunch of naive fucking idiots need to relax. They need to step back and worry about something else. Because Liverpool are going to be sound, my friends. Liverpool know what it's about. Calm down. It's all good. We're top of the pile. It's killing everybody else to look at it. They're hoping, they're praying, they're scratching around trying to find any little morsel of comfort. United fans are going to be sick. City fans are going to be sick. Chelsea fans are going to be sick. Spurs fans are going to be, well, Spurs fans. Irrelevant really is the conversation point. I think 96 will be about right, says Matthew Jackson. Lazar is very lucky to get a Premier League move. I would second that, Jose. But at least he took the fucking thing, which is great. Finally got him out the door. What's that? Craig, I'm hoping your streams don't get too popular, because when there's about 3,000 people watching, you won't be able to talk. We'll figure out something, mate. I'm thinking ahead. Not that I'm being big-headed, but I'm always trying thinking ahead to stuff like that, because I want everybody that's been here from the start to always have a place to get the comments in, because you guys were here from day one, and we appreciate that, and we will not forget that. I mean, when we have when we have people like who am I trying to think about here? Is it PewDiePie? Is that the guy's name? I can never get it right. When we have people like him and True Geordie and that begging us to come on, because they only have 1 million subs and we have 100 million. Not that that's ever going to happen, but look, yeah, we know, we know, we won't forget people. Don't worry, because we're a fucking community channel. That's the whole point of this. There's no big egos here. There's no anybody better than anybody else. Everybody that comments, everyone that watches, everybody that hits the like button, every single one of these people are part of this community, and we love you. We really love you. I think I've told you people I love you more than my family. I should probably get on with that and shake that up a little bit. Craig, Carragher can fuck right off Holden. Put that as the fucking stream title for all I care. This is what I've said before. If I think someone's talking shit, I'm calling them out. I don't give a fuck if it's Klopp. I don't give a fuck if it's Henderson. I don't give a fuck if it's Connor. I don't give a fuck who it is. If someone is calling us out and trying to belittle my football club, or trying to act in a way that I feel is harmful to our football club, I'm calling them out on it. That's why I love this channel. It gives me the platform to say whatever the hell I want. And I don't need to be licking the club's arse. And I don't need to be begging for interviews. I don't need to be asking for access, because I don't give a fuck about it. I only care about what my fellow fans have to say. Because there's enough amazing people doing all these brilliant interviews. The Anfield Rap do it brilliantly. Redman TV do it brilliantly. And lots of other people that do it great. But we're fans. We're here to have fun, to enjoy the season, to say what the fuck we want to say, when we want to say it, without having to worry about being censored. And that's one of the reasons why we don't have a sponsor on the channel yet either, because I'm yet to find anybody mad enough to understand that there are no rules. The rules are, we do what we can to stay on YouTube. We don't break any copyright laws. Other than that, it's a free-for-all on here, and you're always going to get an honest opinion. And I want you guys to always give your honest opinion, even if it's negative. And I know I can bite at people sometimes when they're negative. And that's my bad. I have to learn to curb that. City gonna lose 2 more, said Matthew Jackson. Didn't United capitulate to City with the Aguero goal? Yes, I suppose, mate. Technically, you're right. I watched. They were talking about Martial's first goal, because they were celebrating, and I do mean fucking celebrating, Martial signing a new contract. And Sky were showing when he scored a goal against Liverpool. Do you remember they beat us 3-1? I think Martial scored the 3rd goal. And the commentator was only short of asking for a box of tissues. He was that excited. If you haven't got a chance, watch it back and listen to the commentator from Sky. And it wasn't like a Gary Neville or an ex-United player. This dude was... I mean, I don't think I've ever got that excited in my life. That's how happy he was when he scored that goal. It's funny sometimes. And look, we all accuse channels of being biased for and against other clubs, but that was hilarious. Lucky shirt on Monday, Craig. I don't know, Scotty. I haven't had a conversation with the shirt yet. I don't know how it's feeling. Could be a little bit upset after the other day. Alexis Sanchez, Coutinho, Bale. They should all come to Liverpool, said Mohammed. Is Bayern Munich tricky? Yes, it will be tricky. I think we'll get past Bayern Munich over 2 legs, but it will not be easy. They're a very good side, and it will have to take a lead, excuse me, over to the Allianz Arena. They have an aging side, but they're filled full of experienced players, and the crowd know as well what to do to try and intimidate teams like any other big home crowd that have seen a lot of big nights in their stadium. But I'm expecting us to get through. But then again, I always expect Liverpool to do well. We're getting pulled up because we're boasting about how well our club is doing. What do they expect? That's why we enjoy football. If we aren't supposed to be happy, then what do they want us to be miserable? Exactly, Paul. Exactly. They'd be doing the exact same thing in our position. I mean, United fans are doing it now and they've won nothing. They're not even in the top 4, and those fuckers are going on worse than a lot of our fans. And you know what? Fair play to them. They're enjoying it, and that's what it's all about. Yes, Joe Gomez break has supposedly stopped healing, Joshua said. We should probably take a second to have a chat about this one. So Joe Gomez, it does look like unfortunately his injury has had a bit of a setback, and he won't be back maybe till after the Bayern Munich games or in and around the Bayern Munich games. It's sad, and it's not what you want to hear for young Joe Gomez, because he'd cemented his place in the starting 11 this season. He'd showed exactly why the club had so much faith in him, but he's been so unlucky with injuries, and you just have to hope that he can put that behind him, because there's no doubting his talent. There's no doubting how good Joe Gomez is and how perfect he is to play alongside Virgil van Dijk. And I'm sure everybody, to a man or woman or child, wants Joe Gomez back as quickly as possible. And it is unfortunately a little bit of a setback, but these things happen in sport. Joe Gomez is a professional athlete. He'll be aware of this. He'll have some good people around him, I'm sure, both in his family and his personal life and in and around the club, that will help him keep his head sorted and get himself ready to come back. And look, as soon as he comes back, the better, but always best to take precautions with these things, because Joe Gomez is going to have a long career ahead of him, and you don't want to rush him back or bring him in and pick up something else and then he's out even longer. So unfortunately it is what it is. Trent should be back soon enough, probably not for the game on Monday. Actually, I'm pretty sure he won't be ready for the game on Monday, but should be for the one after that against Bournemouth. Was the moon landing real? Damn right it was. I was there, October. I was the fourth person or a third person, or I don't know how many there was. Fucking Buzz Aldrin and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's real. I'm going to die. Our centre backs are actually made out of glass. A bit of an overreaction, fair enough. Bit of an overreaction, but we've got Van Dijk. He's not made out of glass. He's made out of titanium, double hard as fucking nails syndrome thing, whatever. I don't know. Joanne is in. Joanne, how are you, my friend? I hope you're having a lovely weekend, or a lovely start to the weekend, I should say. That was Martin Tyler. It wasn't Martin Tyler. It was somebody younger than Martin Tyler for this one. I'm fairly sure, I'm 90% sure it wasn't Martin Tyler. And he isn't a United fan, Martin Tyler. He's some fucking, they made up that he's some nonsense fucking club fan from down the divisions. I don't know who it is, I can't remember. Craig, top 6 in order, go. Right, Liverpool, City, Spurs, United, Chelsea, Arsenal. There you go. That's my guess. Although Arsenal, Chelsea I'm not sure about, but in what order I mean. But I think United are going to sneak in there. I hope they don't, clearly, but I think they might. If the legends Jamie Carragher 23 can't get on board at what's happening at Liverpool, then he can fuck off and shove his penis, I'm going to say, up a downspout, said Tom Boland. Oh, thank you, Oliver. No question, just watch. That's really kind of you, mate. Thank you for the super chat. Connor, we can get the good cocaine this weekend, mate. It's all good. Oliver's after sorting us out. Thank you, Oliver. No, sincerely, mate. Thank you. 5-3. Liverpool will go through, said Sean, with regards to the Bayern Munich tie. Why is Virgil banned? I think it's an accumulation of bookings, if memory serves me correct. So he's banned for the first leg. Robin will definitely score a lefty. Yeah, he's one of those players like Mo Salah, isn't he? Where you know exactly what he's going to do, Arjen Robin, but he still manages to do it a lot of the time. 5 points is better than 4. City will draw with Arsenal and beat Chelsea. There you go, Tyrone. That's what I said for yesterday's stream. 5 points is better than 4. People were... It was so funny when we drew at Leicester. Some of the comments and things we were being tagged in on social media, people were saying we were bottlers, and you had to sit these idiots down and explain to them that we started the week 4 points ahead of Manchester City and we finished the week 5 points ahead of Manchester City. Now that mightn't have been what could have been. It could have been 7, of course it could. But these idiots seem to forget that 5 is a bigger number than fucking 4. Oh, they really do invent stuff to try and fit their agendas. Gomez will probably need surgery. RIP title run. Jesus Christ, mate. Fuck off. I mean fuck off in the most loving possible way, but seriously, I mean, you can take that negativity, mate, and you know what you can do with it. We're going to get destroyed by Bayern. Oh look, there's another fucking negative. All these, I'm just going to start throwing people out. That's what I'm going to start doing. I don't care if you've been here 10 years or a week. You can keep your negative bollocks to yourself, because I don't want to read it. People in here don't want to hear it. It's not your opinion either, by the way, because your opinion would be, I think we might lose because of this, this and this, and it might affect this, this and this. That's an opinion. Putting in negative comments just to either get attention or to try and provoke a reaction just means you're a dickhead. I'm sorry. October said fans are supposed to be happy about winning. We'd be shit fans if not. City fans never shut the fuck up. All they talk about us more than we do. Fact. Bayern won't get 3 goals against us, home, away, or on aggregate. I'll give them 1. That's about it, said Claire. Unlucky for Joe, it is. It is. Joe Gomez and Danny Ings. And 2, yeah, unfortunately, 2 lads that have had a lot of injuries, and 2 really good lads. A lot of time for Danny Ings. I sincerely hope his career goes from strength to strength at Southampton, and that he gets back up gets back up the table or to higher clubs, because Danny Ings deserves it. He's a good lad. He's part of the reason alongside VVD our defence. Where's that comment gone? It moved up a little bit, sorry. Where's that one gone? He's part of the reason alongside VVD our defence had such an amazing start to the season. 100%. 100% these nuts. He was better than Van Dijk on a couple of occasions. Joe Gomez will be alright. He's unlucky to get that injury. If Mo or Virgil had the same Ben Mee tackle, they'd have the same injury. Yeah, that tackle, that was, you know, perfectly okay and nothing wrong with it. It was tickety boo. Callum said, not being negative, but I'm scared of Matip and Lovren versus Bayern. Yes, mate, but maybe, now this is just an idea, lash in Fabinho in there alongside one of them. Perhaps stick Hendo in. And we're at home, Callum. That's what I'd say, buddy. If this was over in the Allianz, I'd be a lot more worried. But you know what? Matip was pretty damn good in the last couple of games, I have to say, particularly at carrying the ball out of defence. I think he was pretty damn good indeed. So thank you, Callum, for the super chat, mate. And it wasn't actually aimed at you so much, my little moan, but mate, you know we love you and thank you. You reckon Tottenham will finish second? No, third. Liverpool, City, Spurs, United, and then Arsenal and Chelsea in some order. How do you feel about us not getting anybody? I'm happy enough about it, Dembele, to be fair. I can understand where the manager didn't want to rock the boat. He didn't want to bring in a new body. We could have maybe done with an extra pair of legs, that's okay. Having Oxlade-Chamberlain coming back will be a bit of a bonus. I was going to say a boost and a bonus, and I couldn't get the words out. It'll be a bit of a bonus and a boost. I have a feeling we have a couple of things lined up already for the summer though. I think there's a couple of things ready and in place, and I'm hoping one of those is Timo Werner, but I can't say anything because I've no proof. Craig, this is how you can stock up on the Kios. Thank you, Stephen, mate. You guys are really silent. Where the fuck are all these super chats appearing from tonight? We go weeks with getting one every couple of streams, and then all of a sudden bang, 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 bang. Away end on Monday against West Ham. Do I cheer if we score? Oh, Kev. Oh, depends, mate. Are you a double hard bastard? If you're a double hard bastard, then I'd celebrate. If not, then I might give one of these kind of celebrations. But brave man, Kev. But you know what? Fair fucks to you for getting there to go to the game. Brilliant. You got to get me a ticket for one next season, Kev. We got to go to one together. I don't care if it's home or away. I'll travel over. Connor will if we need to. We'll drive down. 2-2 at the Allianz Arena, said Albania, Kosovo. Lovren apparently gone to miss West Ham due to a hamstring. Hope he's back after. So what will that mean then? Fabinho and Matip for that one? And Jimmy Milner at right back, Jordan Henderson into the central defensive position. Yeah, we need bodies. I'm not scared of anything, said Rod. Just leave the TV off if you can't handle it. There you go. There you go, Rod. I'm with you. Bring it on. You'll never walk alone from Oliver as well. Simple, but to the point, mate. And it sums up everything. Hoover on the bench versus Bayern. That sounds weird saying that sentence, doesn't it? Now Hoover on the bench here against Bayern. I also think hopefully Oxlade-Chamberlain plays versus Bayern at home. I don't think he will. I don't think he will, Scotty. I think it'll be too early for him, unfortunately. Did you all know that the highest valued right midfielder on transfermarket.com is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain? I did not know this, Tonic. Brilliant. I have to say, I was worried coming on here tonight because I didn't know what we were going to talk about because it's been a little bit quiet. But it's been so much fun so far. I'm not annoyed we didn't sign anybody, just that we loaned out Klein. And Callum, I get you. I get you on that one. I've yet to find a Liverpool fan that thinks it was a good idea. Some people can understand it, but that's a little bit different from thinking it's something that should have happened. Spurs have not drawn a single Premier League game this season. How weird is that? Said 19 line 8. Connor said that to me the other day, pal. I couldn't believe it. That is really, really odd. That is really odd, isn't it? Has that happened before? If they go an entire season without drawing a game, has that ever been done? Tom Boland said, relax people. When we win the league, just think of the quality players who will be looking to join us. And Klopp will only pick ones that will fit the system, not who's available. Ooh, Dave said, my payday is your payday, my friend. Onward to victory. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Farwell. I keep saying your name accidentally because I know your name. I'm sure everybody knows your goddamn name at this point, buddy, but we'll call you Farwell because that's how you like to be addressed. But thank you. I really want Oxlade-Chamberlain to come back so he can get a Premier League medal, said Michael Anderson. Do you know what, dude? I'd say we will wheel him on for the last 5 games, the last 30 seconds if we have to make sure that man gets a medal because he deserves one. If nothing else, just for last season, he deserves one. Great. Do you think another left back is needed after Moreno? Yes, Tony, I do. I do, mate. I just don't know who that is. I mean, I wouldn't mind a bit of Ben Chilwell after seeing how well he played yesterday, but yeah, I do. I do think we need one. Killing it with the super chats tonight. Thank you all very much, said Connor. Our own Connor, by the way, I should say. I was in Chelsea stand cheering for Liverpool with a Liverpool scarf. One of the blokes threatened me, the bastard. I was 14 at the time. That sums it all up, Alpha G. That sums it all up. Imagine threatening a child over a game of football. Now, if you had turned round to your father who was with you and said, look, probably best for the young lad not to have the scarf on in here. You know, there's a couple of head the balls around. That would have been something that you could have understood, but mate, if that was my father, or that was me with my son, or that was me listening to somebody have their son spoken to like that, I would have fucking went through that lad for a shortcut. And I wouldn't care if there was 10,000 people going to dance on my head afterwards. It's just built into me. I can't deal with stuff like that. I can't bite my tongue. I'm sorry that happened to you, Alpha. That's not right. Think my Shaqiri shirt might be unlucky. Got a shirt result both times. Got a shit result both times we've worn it. Well, that's going in the bin. October. I'm only joking. It is mad how we as fans have our own little mad things that we think affect the result. Has anybody watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and seen series 13 or season 13, whichever way you say it, and the one where the Super Bowl is on and Charlie's in the pub and he's convinced that he has to do all these things for the Eagles to win? That is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And I'm almost like that at home sometimes. And in life, I'm the least superstitious person on most other things. I don't care about broken glass, walking under ladders, black cats crossing my path, any of that type of shit. But for football, I'm definitely a creature of habit. Stephen Taggart said, I'm still sober till Sunday. Well, mate, look, congratulations, and I hope you've earned a few quid for Cancer Research UK throughout your dry January, Stephen. A very good cause, doing fantastic work. Cancer has unfortunately probably touched most people's lives on here in some way, and congratulations to you, pal. And you should have a massive piss up when it's finished, because you've earned it. Hem A is in, said, sorry I'm a little late, just come back from work, hope everybody's good. We're all tickety boo, mate, tickety boo. Another little piece of news for you wonderful people. Mohamed Salah has been nominated for the PFA Player of the Month for January. Mo scored 3 goals over that month, and also nominated our Manchester United trio, David De Gea, Paul Pogba and Marcus Rashford, along with Watford striker Troy Deeney and Leroy Sané of Manchester City. So, if you guys want to go and vote, then get on the website and vote. Get on the Premier League website. There was also a link on the Echo. I think they had a little article where there was a link there. So if you want to go and vote for Mo to win Premier League Player of the Month for January, then get voting. Righty ho, some more comments. Ronald Rees, good night to the Liverpool family. Good night to you, Craig. What's new, guys? How are you, Ronald? Great to have you in, my friend. I hope you're keeping well. Aidan said, Craig, when Chelsea faced Liverpool at home, my twin sister was on the Liverpool side, I was on the Chelsea side, and I remember she called me a sob. That's family rivalry for you, mate, isn't it? Beautiful stuff, though. What's it like having a twin? I've always wondered, what's it like having a twin? Is there any like, you know, special little bonds or any little telepathic things or anything, or is that all nonsense? Anyone seen the Raptor? I was speaking to him earlier on today. Well, on WhatsApp, we were messaging back and forth a little bit. He's keeping well. Just a busy gentleman, I think. I think he still watches these in the background, or at least he watches them back. Maybe he's a busy guy at the minute. But we know, you know, we love the Raptor. I really need to get a Robbo scarf for my room, said Charlene, when I go to Anfield. Treat yourself, Charlene. Why not? Steve Martin said, I'll support Everton for the first time in my entire life against City. I think City will drop points against Everton. It's going to be an interesting game. I mean, I can guarantee you, 100% actually, if Manchester City are winning, the Everton fans will start singing something about Liverpool and how they don't give a fuck about the fact that they're losing. Watch. We're all family on this channel, said Tony. We absolutely are, pal. We absolutely are. I kind of think of myself as your weird uncle in that weird ass way. Not the one, you know, that does the stuff he's not supposed to be doing, but just your weird, strange uncle. I'm just confused. We played Klein against United, then loan him out. Yeah, I know, it doesn't make much sense. And not only that, we played him and he played well against United, and then we loan him out. Rod's taken full responsibility for the draw against Leicester. He slept through it. There you go. So, it's Rod's fault. Whenever I've fallen asleep, my shirt before a Liverpool game, we've dropped points, said Callum. Don't be falling asleep then, mate. It was never this bad when we were winning trophies every season in the 70s and 80s with opposition fans. I remember Evertonians turning out when we won the European Cup in 1977 in the city. And well done to them for that one. I mean, sincerely. My newsfeed is full of Conor McGregor. I can't read that out, mate. Sorry. A couple of people have put that in so far, and it's not something I can really talk about on the channel. What Mr. McGregor did or did not do is none of my business, and I won't be speculating on it on here. Offline, like everybody else, I'll be speculating like fuck, but on here, not my place to do it. My dad and I have to eat pretzels and Nutella every time the German national team play. If we don't, they lose. I mean, that's a pretty damn nice thing to have to do. October. Pretzels and Nutella, yes. Yes, please. What's the place over there in America that make those beautiful pretzels? Anti-somethings? Anti-somethings? I can't remember what it's called. Ant-somethings or anti-somethings? I can't remember what it's called, but every time I walk by one when I was in Florida, I got a pretzel. A beautiful buttery pretzel. They're so good. Farrell said, I get up and clean or cook something when I get nervous during a match and I'm watching at home. Usually if I leave the room and miss it, we score. And you know what, he's told me this before actually. He really does do all this. I always liked Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain even when he was at Arsenal, said Albania Kosovo. As did I actually, mate. But Arsenal fans used to get really frustrated with him. But so far for us, I mean, when he's been available, he's been brilliant. Rigi said, I have a VVD shirt and every time I wear it when Van Dijk is playing, I always believe he'll score. The only time I've worn it is the Everton game last season in the FA Cup against Wolves. Well, would you mind fucking sticking it on some week, mate? Because I've had a fiver bet on him to score a header pretty much every week so far this season. Sam said, my grandma died due to cancer in 2015, so since then I've started donating to charities, which is a lovely way, mate, to honour your grandma's memory. I think that happens to a lot of us, buddy. I think sometimes autism, as a good example, I was diagnosed with autism around the same time my son was diagnosed, so I had no knowledge of it before that, and only that it's affected my family's life. I started reading up on it, obviously trying to know as much as I can. And with regards to cancer, I'd never had any dealings with cancer until my father-in-law was diagnosed with cancer just after I got married. So yeah, I get where you're coming from, and as I said, cancer is one that I think has probably touched most of our lives in some way. Every time Rod has sex with triplet Amazons, we lose. But then, don't bust a nut, Rod. Simples. I want to become rich so I can buy a beautiful club, Liverpool. I always wanted to own a football club as well, but not one as big as Liverpool. Like, I wouldn't mind owning Bray Wanderers or something. Although, Bray Wanderers over in Florida or Spain. Somewhere warm. Auntie Anne's, that's the one. That is the one. It's simultaneously delicious and disgusting. Makes my German heart cringe, but my American stomach growl. Yeah, they're so buttery and good. So buttery and good, October. Check out Liverpool FC's Instagram tonight's training. All laughing and having a great time. No drama here. Boom. Love it, Anthony. Love it. And that's exactly what they should be putting out. Ronald, you're from Barbados, mate. I keep forgetting that, and you do tell me. Oh, mate. I'd love to get over there at some point. Barbados. I definitely could do a bit of Barbados. Craig would be a good character on the In-Betweeners. I love that show. It's a very funny show. So guys, an idea, and I want your opinion on this. I said to you earlier on that I'm going to start making shorter content. I was thinking of doing, I don't want to call it a Craig podcast because that really isn't what it would be. But I was thinking of recording 10 to 15 minutes, maybe once or twice a week, on video of my thoughts on what's going on. And rather than, up here, I'm always about reading out comments and getting your thoughts. And sometimes I don't really get to have a run of, I give my opinions, but sometimes I forget stuff or things that I wanted to speak about. So I'm thinking of doing a couple of those a week, at least one a week anyway. And I was wondering if that's something that you think I should do, or if there's any other type of short little shows that you'd like to see us do, or things you'd like me to discuss, or anything like that, because I want to start making some shorter stuff. And as I said, I've set up the living room down there now, so I can record stuff on my phone pretty much with a microphone. It won't be as good a quality as it is up here, and there won't be any green screen or anything like that, but it's something that I want to do to try and get a little bit of shorter content out there for people who can't watch an hour and a half's worth of streaming every night. We all live in a red and white cop. Nice. Make no fun of Markovic. Make lots of fun of Markovic. Lots and lots of fun of Markovic. Motherfucker took 50 grand a week, wore the number 50 and took the piss out of us for this entire time here. So make lots of fun of Markovic. It's not our thing, it's not our way. You do things your way, my friend. I'll do things my way. And I'll respect your way of looking at it. I hope you can respect mine. Markovic has taken the piss since he's been here. I've heard about the way he's trained. I've heard a few other bits and pieces that I can't say on here because I don't want to get in trouble. But Markovic can pack his bags and fuck off to Fulham. He's had plenty of opportunities to go and play football elsewhere, but he turned down the moves because of one thing and one thing only, and that's money. So Markovic can fuck off. Would you keep doing a stream as well? 100%. This is just extra stuff. This isn't changing. The watch-alongs aren't changing. The nightly streams aren't changing. Although they might change a little bit. As I said, I might start doing two. One earlier on, and then one for the American/Canadian market, which would be about midnight maybe. Inside Craig's mind, nobody wants to see that, Charlene. That's the type of shit that gets you thrown off YouTube. If I was to tell you what goes on inside my head, I don't even tell my wife all of what goes on inside my head, because it is strange, to say the least. Score predictions for Monday. Reese, I am going to go easy 3-0. Nice easy night's work for me, my friend. I'm going 3-0. Is it true that Notts County are for sale? Yes. I don't know what it's some. Well, they are for sale. Yes, the owner did post some picture. I don't know what it was, but something that he shouldn't have done. But he denies that that's why the club is for sale. But 100% they're definitely for sale. You should do a drama alert. Nice. I could defo do a drama alert. And I don't want this to be just me ranting either, by the way, because I know I rant a lot. But I have some strong opinions. So, Craig, if you think twins get along, you're right. But the only problem with Tatiana, I love saying that name. I told you that the last time. I think the only problem with Tatiana is that she is a Liverpool fan and I'm a Chelsea fan. That's the only difference. But we love each other, and that is the main thing, mate. I mean, everybody has differences, but you love each other, and that's the most important thing. Family is the most important thing in life after Liverpool Football Club. LFC retail did a nice thing for shoppers with autism related issues, including less lights, TVs off, and no loud music between certain hours. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that these days, which is really nice. Cinemas are doing it as well. Shopping centres are doing it. And it's lovely to see. So well done to Liverpool retail, of course, and well done to anybody that does that. How much did Liverpool get for Markovic? Some people, Gary, say 1.7 million. Some people say it was nothing, but the club will save 1.7 million in fees and stuff. I don't know, but some 1.7 million has been mentioned somewhere. Messi and Ronaldo wear Markovic pyjamas to bed. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Chuck Norris wears Markovic pyjamas to bed. Claire Dean said, made a load of fun of Fulham for signing the donkey. Yeah, imagine, as I said, Claire, earlier on, imagine you're a Fulham fan and your club are fighting for your lives, and they're fighting, they aren't giving up, they really are fighting, but you hear that Ryan Babel and Lazar Markovic are coming in on their horses to save the day. Yeah, it's not going to inspire you full of confidence, is it? A lot of people have been mentioning that Mitrovic had pushed for Markovic to come in. And I have to say, I do like Mitrovic. One, he's a nut job, and I love a nut job. And he battles, and I like people that give 100%. Craig, you can do a couple of those videos a week, but I think we all love your streams, so we can carry on with them as much as possible. I'm not going to change the streams. That's definitely, this is all in addition. I find sometimes that I have a bit of free time, and if I can record in the living room, I don't have to set up here, and it takes me about 25 minutes to set up for these streams. So if I can do it downstairs quickly, then it's pretty easy. There's a growing civilization inside Craig's head. The government has Craig on lockdown. I'm going, lockdown, don't let me out. Yeah, I would be defo locked up. If I was to just go through one day in life saying everything that was in my head, just literally saying every thought that went through my head, I would have 2 black eyes by the end of the day, and I'd probably be in a cell. Charlene said she would name her podcast Red Raider Podcasts. I think people will be a bit confused. I know why. I know why you'd call them that. Obviously, you're a massive Raiders fan and you're a Liverpool fan, but I'm not sure too many people would pick up on the link. Right, what else have we got? Oh, we picked up a couple of subscribers as well, which is nice. So thank you to those people. If anyone else is watching and you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so. We are on the road to 10,000, and I'm hoping that we're going to hit 8k by the end of the game against West Ham on Monday. So I know that might seem a bit optimistic, but watch-alongs are usually very good for the L subscribers. And with the build-up to the game and stuff, you got to shoot for the stars, don't you? So fingers crossed, the channel will hit 8,000 by Monday, and that means that we've got February, March, April, and a bit of May to try and get those last 2,000 subscribers and make this a first season to remember. I mean, to get to 10,000 subs in our first year would be amazing. 5 was our target when we started, and we thought that that was a bit optimistic. So 10,000 would be unbelievable. Okay, what else have we got? Remember when Markovic was the new Cristiano Ronaldo? I know. Oh, we were so naive and so full of hope, weren't we, when we signed that deal with Benfica? We had to pay off Chelsea as well. Fulham will be our biggest rivals from now on. I like Fulham. I like Fulham as a club. I like how quaint the little cottages and stuff down there, and yeah, I like Fulham. Liverpool also has free women's hygiene products in the women's toilets. Absolutely class from the club. See the way I reworded that for you, October? What a sad moment. Markovic, a club legend, has left. Irreplaceable. What a player. Yeah, none of us can believe. When Connor sent me that message, Louis, last night to say Markovic has gone to Fulham, I was 100% sure he was on a wind-up. Not even an ounce of doubt in my mind that he was on a wind-up. Connor said, my dad's been away and he's loads of lights in the house set on timers. Fucking freaks me out when they keep turning on and off randomly. That's such a dad thing to do. I bet you can also feel, smell and sense if the heating thermometer gets fucked around with by a degree or two. They didn't buy Markovic, they have him on loan for 6 months. It's technically the same thing. For us, it means he's not coming back because his contract is up at the end of the season. But they have a similar deal for Babel. So what you might see there, Claire, is both players have only signed that deal and the club won't commit any further because they might be relegated. So there's probably something in there that states if they stay up, then there's an agreement in place with the players to extend that. That's my guess at it anyway. But in Markovic's case, they probably won't pull the trigger on that one. When can we expect you to get in the YouTube boxing cage / fighting scene? You versus Claude. Let's make it happen. Yeah, now there's only one person I'm getting in the boxing ring / cage for, and people know who that is. And that offer has been on the table to that gentleman for months now. Not that I'm not sure if he even knows about it, but there's only one person that's getting me in a cage or a boxing ring. And it ain't Claude, because I've got nothing against Claude. It's someone that Claude had a run-in with, alright, but yes, people know who it is. And I will kick the fuck out of him if that day ever comes. But I'm a pacifist. Anything that like that would only ever happen inside the ring because I'm a gent and I don't fight in the streets. Me and my mate just laughed that the club actually wanted Markovic. Mark Goldbridge, isn't it? No, I would never fight Mr. Goldbridge. You know I like Mark Goldbridge. Mark Goldbridge does have that particular gentleman in his pocket though. Markovic is fat, said Dog. There you go. Somebody mentioned to us last night about what's that gobshite from Manchester City, Walker's post. Did everyone see that one? His post. Do you know the one from the World Cup where Harry Maguire was leaning on the side of the pitch talking to his wife, fiance, girlfriend? I'm not sure what his relationship is, but he was saying whatever he was saying, but Walker said, yeah, they thought they were going to go 7 points clear. You're so fucking funny, Walker. If only you were as good as you are funny. Right, I'm driving home. Stay fresh. October, take it easy. Craig 2019, I'm a gentleman, so I don't fight in the streets. There you go. I just show up and I just take my white gloves off and I slap somebody across the face with them and I throw them down and I challenge them to a duel. Did you see Sarri called Higuain out of shape? Well, duh. Peace and much respect to all the chat. Hope everybody is ready for the win, said Blue. Well, we're ready. Do you think Arsenal can beat Manchester City? Can they? Yes, Paul, of course. I mean, very good side. Will they? I don't think so. But it's definitely possible. All of you who have guessed, by the way, know who I'm talking about, and you're all absolutely spot on. I'm not even going to give Mr. Double Initials the time of day on here anymore. I've had enough. He's a coward, he's a bully, we know it all at this point. He only does this. He's all mouth and no trousers. Kyle Walker's a dickhead. I remember that old tweet he said about Manchester City fans being glory hunters. He is an absolute dickhead. He's a dickhead of the highest order. And not just because of what he posted about Liverpool. He's just a gobshite full stop. He's brain dead. You can see it on the field. All he is pace, power and physique. He hasn't got a footballing brain in his head. Andy Robertson is 10 times the intelligence of a footballer than Kyle Walker is. He's shite. Walker can shut the fuck up. If he didn't have pace, he wouldn't be a footballer. Correct. Markovic better than Kyle Walker defensively. 100%. Nailed on. Craig, who's the best left back in the world? Andy Robertson. Don't know where that tune came from, but I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Andy Robertson is on his way though. Craig, would you like to interview Roy Keane or Mick McCarthy? Mick McCarthy, no. Roy Keane, yes, but obviously not for this channel. There's a couple of people I'd love to interview in life. I'd love to do something with Kugan Cassius of boxing interviewing fame. I love what he does. I love Kugan Cassius's interviews. I think he could do it so much better. I think I could give Kugan Cassius so many fucking tips. I watch him interviewing Eddie Hearn and I love what he does. Very big fan of the guy. Love Eddie Hearn as well. Some people don't like Eddie Hearn. I think he's hilarious. But yeah, I'd love to interview him. I'd love to interview... Who else would I love to interview? Oh, I'd love to interview Joe Rogan. Obviously, love that. I've not really got much interest in interviewing Liverpool footballers because I think I've seen them all interviewed and I know that they can only say certain things. So I'd like to interview people that could really open up. But Roy Keane, I'd like to interview him, but I would shit myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be afraid to say something that would he'd just kill me. Marcelo. Marcelo was a great left-sided player. I just don't know defensively. He's fantastic going forward. But we talk about Moreno being caught out of position a lot. Marcelo was caught out of position an awful lot. But that doesn't mean he's still not an excellent left-sided player. Very easy to interview Mick McCarthy. Seen him on some very small irrelevant channels. Wink wink, nudge nudge. You can always catch him as well on Ryanair flights. I've seen him on a couple of Ryanair flights. Would you like to interview Fekir? Interview or throw him in the boot and drag him over to Liverpool? But either way, I'd like Fekir over here. I'd love to interview Joey Diaz and do a few lines with him. Yeah, Joey Diaz he's going to have some stories, wouldn't he? Alpha, he really would. Everything he says on that Joe Rogan podcast, he just says it so blasé, but it's like some mad story of absolute intrigue and madness. But yeah, he seems like a good lad. Oh, I'd love to interview Diaz as well. The Diaz brothers. Love to interview those. Yeah, that would be good. Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz. I'd love to interview those two. That would be fun. I mean, if I was to ever start another channel or do another podcast, boxing would definitely be the way I'd go. Definitely. Joey Diaz reminds me of Maradona. Okay. Remember what Pep said to Kimmich when Kimmich was about 21, halfway through the match or something? He screamed him in his face. I don't remember that, to be fair. I'm sure it happened, I just don't remember it. Do you like any bands? Only old school stuff, mate. I'm not really down with the kids these days. I'm more of a rap, hip hop and Oasis kind of person. Although I listen to a bit of Garth Brooks, I listen to a bit of anything. I have a very wide range of music tastes. It's written in the stars Markovic will score against us. He won't be able to because he won't be able to play. Louis, he's not allowed to play. You're not allowed to play against clubs you're on loan from, mate, in the Premier League. Yes, Craig, Oasis are life. They most certainly are, Charlene. I went to see them 4 nights in a row before. I've been to see Oasis more than any other band I've ever gone to see. I've queued overnight for Oasis tickets. I'm praying that they get back together for at least one gig. Oasis are shite. Go wash your fucking mouth out. Oasis are fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I listen to United fans complain. It's music to a lot of our ears, Bo. Well, how's it going, said Jack. It's going pretty well, Jack, mate. Tickety-boo at my end. How about you, pal? Who are your top 5 rappers? Well, Jay-Z is number 1. Head and shoulders above anybody else that's ever lived or ever will live. Jay-Z, you're not going to like this, but I do like Kanye. Jay-Z, Kanye, Drake. Although I know Drake kind of... Some people like Drake, some people think he's an absolute farce, but I like Drake. It's a tough one. Who else would I say is in my top 5? I'm pretty old school, so I'm thinking back. Give me a minute to think about it, because I don't want to just give you 2 names that just pop into my head, so give me 2 seconds. So I'd love if they got back together. So would I, Paul. I'd absolutely love it. I was kind of on the fence with Nas. Some of his stuff was good, some of it I was more Jay-Z at that time than Nas, to be fair. Jay-Z is just God as far as I'm concerned, by the way, when it comes to rap. Just God. House of Pain. Fun. My dad was actually head of security at a couple of their gigs. Craig, if you did that boxing channel, I'd subscribe. I'd love to do it. I just don't have the access that most of them have. Yes, Origi. That's the second time you've posted the link in, buddy, about Pep screaming in Kimmich's face. Thank you. You should listen to Cool Keith, Dr. Octagon. Do you know what, Skipper Dog? Funny enough, I actually seen Oasis and the Prodigy in Park Equive in the same concert, which was strange. Eminem, not really my cup of thing, if I'm being honest. My cup of tea. 50 Cent wasn't my cup of tea either, really. Ja Rule wasn't my cup of tea. Do you like Blur? I did back in the day, not as much as Oasis. What's happening with Markovic? He's gone to Fulham for the rest of the season, which basically brings his Liverpool career to an end. Whoop whoop. Cup of Ting. Yeah, cup of Ting. Tupac. Yes, how could I forget Tupac? Sorry. Tupac was amazing. Kid Cudi, not my cup of tea either. As I said, I'm much more old school. It's all about Depeche Mode. Nice. Depeche Mode there was a couple of good remixes actually, Depeche Mode songs. Am I a Ghost? I don't know. I Can See You. Notorious B.I.G. yes, but I was very young when he died. Wu-Tang Clan are playing in Dublin actually. The Kings of Hip Hop, or the Hip Hop Royalty or something. There's some tour coming over to Dublin that there's 4 massive bands in. Kendrick Lamar's not my cup of tea either. Bobby Brown. Yeah. Called himself the what's this he called himself? The King of R&B or something like that. Something ridiculous along those lines. Stone Roses and the Beatles, not my cup of tea. I don't like the Beatles. I know people don't understand that if I like Oasis, but I just don't like them. Raheem Sterling looks like Tracy Chapman. If you got a fast car. Sterling to me always looks like he's running with a wet nappy on. Or nappy diaper, depending on what part of the world you're in. Kev, Jay-Z, Eminem, Dre, Biggie, Public Enemy, Finn Balor and Becky Lynch. 2 Irish legends in WWE. Sterling runs like a Scooby-Doo character. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Sterling was weird little raptor arms. Well, there's only one man with little raptor arms, and that man is Jordan Pickford, England's #1. Sterling is sponsored by Pampers. Craig, I think you really love my sister's name. You should get a daughter and call her Tatiana. I have a daughter and she's called Circa, and I have a son and he's called Lucas. And there will be no more children sired from me because I've been fixed. Goldie looking Shane. Right guys, look, we're just going around in circles. We'll call it a night because everybody's tired. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll have a proper chat about the West Ham game. We'll see what results have thrown up tomorrow. We'll see if Spurs drop points or how they are. But thank you for joining me tonight, and thank you for all those super chats. It was a really strange night with all the super chats. They came out of nowhere. Look, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, drop a like on the stream. I will chat to all you wonderful people tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Love all the questions. It was a bit of fun tonight, a little bit different tonight, but still fun. Craig donated his penis to Neymar. There you go. And my balls. I gave him the whole kit and caboodle. Right guys, look, I'm gonna head off. As always, tell your loved ones you love them, and up the motherfucking Reds.